I definitely didn't have the Los Angeles Kings completely imploding on my bingo card for 2024, but here we are. It may feel like I'm piling on at this point because I just made a video the other day where we talked about Todd McLellan's comments he made about Pierre-Luc Dubois after their shootout loss to the San Jose Sharks, and even though it's only been 2 days since I uploaded that video, things seem to just keep going from bad to worse for the Los Angeles Kings. Last night, the Kings suffered another pretty embarrassing defeat at the hands of the Buffalo Sabres in a game in which LA entered the first intermission with a 3-1 lead. The Sabres would then rattle off 4 unanswered and win by a final score of 5-3. The LA Kings have still won just 2 games in 2024. They have now fallen out of a divisional playoff seed in the Pacific Division for pretty much the first time all year. They sit 2 points back of the Edmonton Oilers for 3rd place in the Pacific, and the Oilers also have 2 games in hand. The losses are piling up. The fall off from how hot they started the season has been pretty crazy to see and is a big story in and of itself, but I feel like as of late, it isn't even the results that are the biggest talking points when it comes to the Los Angeles Kings. It's the comments made by head coach Todd McLellan and players in the post-game interviews after some of these recent losses. Like I mentioned a couple of days ago, we talked about McLellan's comments on Pierre-Luc Dubois, and now today, following the Kings' loss last night at the hands of the Buffalo Sabres, we have some more post-game comments to talk about. We'll start off with Todd McLellan, who, following last night's loss, was asked about his job security and if he's worried about it. And Todd McLellan responded by saying, "It's a very fair question. The stupidity that went into that loss is beyond explainable." Definitely not something you want to be hearing from your head coach, especially for a team with Stanley Cup aspirations like the Los Angeles Kings have. But these comments by Todd McLellan were not even the most interesting post-game comments made by a member of the Los Angeles Kings following last night's loss, as Kings defenseman Drew Doughty did not hold back in his post-game media availability. He said, "I think we got guys in this room who are too worried about themselves and worried about their points and worried about stuff like that. We get a 3-1 lead tonight and guys start thinking it's cookie night. We stop playing the way we know how to play, have an awful second period, then aren't much better in the third. It's about the team, it's not about yourself, and a lot of guys on this team need to realize that." Definitely some pretty bold comments made by one of the leaders on this Kings team. Obviously, he didn't call out anybody directly, and it didn't sound like he was referring to just 1 or 2 people. He said a lot of guys on this team. If your head coach coming out and saying that a question about his job security is a valid question and how the stupidity that went into that loss was unexplainable, and then one of the leaders on the team, Drew Doughty, coming out and basically calling out the team, calling out guys for being selfish, if that isn't a wake-up call for this LA Kings team, I don't know what will be. I'm fascinated to see how they respond to this. Their next game is in Colorado against the red-hot Avalanche. McKinnon is just lighting the entire league on fire, so not an easy task, and you have to wonder how long are the Kings going to wait things out. If this slide continues, how long is it going to be before they decide to make a sizable change, whether that is a trade or a coaching change? So that is going to wrap up this quick video on the Los Angeles Kings. As always, I want to know what you guys are thinking, especially if you're a Kings fan. Sound off down below in the comments. If you guys are enjoying these shorter news type videos, then be sure to leave this video a like. That's the best way to let me know that you enjoyed and that you want to see more videos like this on the channel. And as always, if this is your first time checking out the channel and you want NHL content just like this all year round, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're getting super close to 75,000, and I will talk to you all again soon.